Hey guys, Teacher Amber here. Are you guys taking massive action when it comes to referring? And when I say massive action, I mean, are you taking action until you get the results that you want? That is how you will reach your goals. So today we're going to be talking about our action plan. This is video 9 out of 10. And like I just mentioned, massive action means that you are taking action until you get the results you want. They are the actions that are getting out there and talking to people, sharing your YouTube content, right? Versus passive action, which I used to be really good at and have recently learned about massive action and getting much better at that. But passive action feels like we're taking action, but it's not getting us anywhere. So it's things like spending more time learning. So maybe it's learning about YouTube content, watching other people's YouTube videos and learning, and we feel like we're taking all this action. But if all we're doing is learning, or the majority of the time that what we're doing is learning, then that's not going to take us where we need to do. Yes, learning is great, right? But we have to be careful that really what we need to be doing is massive action. And we might feel like we don't get it yet. We aren't good enough, we don't know enough yet. But when we do it, when we put ourselves out there, that's the best way to learn about what works, what doesn't work, and how to really tweak it to work ourselves. Because there are so many things out there that you can do in so many different ways. And so many people get results by doing things different ways. So there's not just one way to do it. All right, so remember to be taking massive action. So back in video 5, we talked about our strategies. And we talked about one of our strategies we talked about were our actions. What actions were we going to be taking to get the results that we want? So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be making our action plan. And so my actions are to, and I think that I've probably changed them up a bit since video 5. So if you just recently watched video 5 and you're like, those aren't your actions, I've changed them since making the video, since I've learned some new things. So action 1, meet as many people as I can, both online and in person, and tell them that I work for VIP Kid, that I am a teacher. And so what I've learned is that if I set my intention and my goal to just go out there and meet people and get to know people and build relationships, then that helps me to be more natural and in my talking, and it just usually comes up very naturally that I work for VIP Kid and I'm not worried about saying a pitch. I just tell them I teach English online to kids in China, and usually that sparks conversation. People are very curious about that. Do you need to learn another language? This and that. And another thing that I've learned is to not discriminate on anybody. So I used to be like, oh, I have to find teachers, I have to find retired teachers, I have to find this and that. But really, if you learn or if you meet people, then those people know hundreds of people, and those people know hundreds of people, and really it just grows. So the more people you meet, the more people you will tell, right? Because I've met people who weren't teachers, but they said, oh, my son used to teach in China. I think that he might love this. And so it's just amazing at who you meet, the connections that you make. And when I am not just out searching for just teachers, I actually find that I end up meeting a lot of teachers. And we'll have another video that goes more in, that will talk more about meeting people, telling them what you do. And then most of you probably know that YouTube is a huge way that the top earners have YouTube channels or podcasts or something where you're reaching a ton of people. So my other action is to continue with my YouTube content, posting one a week. So that's at least one a week, and so that's what I'm going to be sticking with right now, is one a week. So my plan to get this done is to make a plan. So every Sunday night I sit down, I list out everything that I'm going to do that week. I make a plan. I'm at home during the day with my daughter, so I get to go out and meet people. So usually meeting people entails going to homeschool groups or going on play dates or going to the park or meeting new people. And so I plan out our week. Where all are we going to go today to meet people? And then also I plan out my YouTube calendar, or I plan out what I'm going to be doing for my YouTube, and I have everything on my calendar. I've listed everything out that I want to do that week. I prioritize. I put it then I put it in my calendar from the exact times. So what times am I going to be going to the library, to the open gym at gymnastics? And then also, what day am I going to be planning my YouTube video, from what time to what time? And I make sure that I plan out and I stick to my time. And then as far as recording it and editing it and creating a thumbnail, all of those are on specific time slots on my calendar. That will be another video that we go into scheduling and planning. And then also making sure that I follow through with my plan. So, you make your plan. I make my plan. I think most of us do this. And then it gets to that time and you're like, I don't want to do it. So really, when I'm making my plan, reminding myself that this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. And I am going to do it no matter what. No matter how little sleep I got, no matter how crabby I feel, I am going to do it. And for me, this has taken practice, right? In the beginning, I was having my calendar and not getting very much done. But I just kept at it, kept planning, kept saying I was going to do it. And over the weeks, I am getting more and more done. I'm sticking to it more. I'm realizing that I want to do this, because if I don't, then it doesn't get done. So we'll talk more about that in another video. But then also, we want to take a look at our obstacles, because we know what we need to do, but we know that we are going to have some obstacles. And so I had found on mine, I had put quit, find excuses, overeat. I think now that I'm thinking about it as I'm talking to you, that an obstacle, maybe instead of overeating on here, that I would like to focus on is not following through with my plan. And so in order to do all of those things, my plan is to fail forward. So that's something that I constantly remind myself, is that I am failing forward. And I know that in our society, we say that failing is a bad thing, but failing is how you get to success. And when I say fail, I mean you didn't meet your expectations. So my plan was to get out and meet 5 new people today. I got out and I met 3 people. I got out, I did my best. I didn't meet my expectations. I'm failing forward. Or my plan was to get out, tell people that I work for VIP Kid. I got out, I said hi, I asked how you are, I talked to the grocery store clerk, but I didn't tell them that I worked for VIP Kid. I don't want to force it. I wanted to come naturally. I'm still learning how to get out and talk to people who I don't know. So that would be my considered failing forward. I am not meeting my expectations, but I'm getting out there. I'm putting myself out there. I'm learning. I'm failing forward. We'll talk more about failing in another video as well. Also, to notice and to be curious. So if I am not getting everything done during the week that I put on my calendar, just to notice that, and rather than being judgmental either way of look what I did well, look what I didn't do well, just to be curious of, I noticed that I didn't do all of the things on my calendar. Why didn't I do all of the things in my calendar? And just to really have compassion for yourself, and then I'll say, okay, I'm gonna do it again next week. I'm gonna make my list. I'm gonna put it on my calendar, and I'm gonna keep practicing and until I get to where I'm finishing 90 to 100% of everything that's on my calendar. I'm also learning, right, of oh, sometimes I put way too much more than I can handle. I'm also learning about how to set a good amount of time to where I get good quality work. It's not rushed, but then I'm also don't have too much time to where I dilly-dally. We'll talk more about that in another video. And then just to do it anyways. I'm not going to feel like doing the things that are on my calendar, but I'm going to do them anyways. And if I don't do them, I'm going to be curious and I'm going to get up and try again the next week. So that is making an action plan. Be sure to make your action plan now. Next time is our 10th video out of 10. We're going to make a time plan. And then, so now you have your action plan. Go take massive action. Take action until you get the results that you want. Um, we've got this. I'm cheering for you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.